Cool. Like,
It's like that small, unassuming guy.
Moving on to the action of our third contest of the afternoon. Into the classification first, into the red ball. It's choice for Charlie Holmes.
Charlie Holmes coming out undefeated. Oh, sorry, he's not K-Star.
K-Star.
I think he was formerly K-Star. He's now Teasters and Find Your Way.
Well, he's coming in really great shape, as Charlie Holmes, that's for sure. He's got abs on abs now. Lukas Kamarauskas.
Representing
Remember
Broadway.
the name. Formerly Peterborough MMA.
I think it's Peterborough. Somewhere south. Peterborough South, isn't it? Bad geography. I apologise.
This like just talking about the middleweight division.
They're quite big middleweights, aren't they?
They are quite big, and well, we had day before weigh-in, so there's always going to be some sort of increase in the size. But we noticed on the last show, it was towards the end of a very, very long card, folks, but that middleweight championship picture is fairly open at the moment, at least skill-wise. It seems to be, I wouldn't call it a shallow division because there's a lot of fighters there, but it's a division where the skill level, if you had a skill level of, like, say, our lightweight division or our bantamweight division here at Battle Arena, it would be absolute fireworks. So I'm really looking for somebody in the middleweight division to put a statement in that division and say this is the level we want, because we've had a middleweight division with Fabian Edwards before.
Yes, that's
with
true.
Chris Benson before. Guys,
I wouldn't put those in the same level, but I'll take it.
It was the same sentence.
Okay.
But the
Jack Fletcher.
Jack Fletcher. Oh man, Jack Fletcher. Got his purple belt the other day.
Oh, that's very good.
Shout out Jack Fletcher.
So Steve, we had some online voting for this fight, and pretty close. The general public's got this 65% towards Charlie Holmes. I mean, Charlie's had a fight before, he's a bit more experienced, he's a known entity, been at a few different gyms, whereas it's a bit of a mystery here with Lukas, representing this fairly new team in Broadway. I will say this though, he's in great shape.
He does look in great shape, but the calm composure of Charlie Holmes there during the face-off. Just gonna watch this bit, and we got a bit of a frenetic pace coming in from Lukas. Charlie Holmes staying behind his guard. Looks like he's trying to get a read right now.
Yeah, this is what we've seen from Charlie Holmes before as well. He's very composed, very patient.
He thunders in leg kicks brilliantly.
I thought Lukas looked so frenetic, just waiting for the fight to start. I kind of half expected him to run across the cage, but this is pretty measured. Both the southpaws circling away, circling to the left, away from the power.
So they're both definitely aware. But two southpaws.
Nice left.
Something that you wouldn't see a few years ago. A much more popular stance.
Charlie Holmes really is looking for a home for that left hand. He's not throwing it too much. He's got some feints, got a little setup, a throw a slightly slow jab, and then he's putting that left behind it. Oh, eats a shot, kick caught beautifully. It's the night of kick catching tonight, Steve.
Yeah, it was beautifully done. Obviously, Lukas must know that that's what's going to be coming. He dropped down for it earlier on. I thought maybe there was going to be a feint there from Holmes. But he committed to it and was caught. And the left hand landed, and that's been the first big move of the fight.
That left hand, he's looking for it, isn't he?
And he swung it well as Lukas was trying to circle out.
Lukas relying on the jab a lot more. Lukas not throwing a lot of lefts. Very, very measured.
A lot of stepping. There's a left hand that lands just behind the ear of Lukas. Holmes just trying to get started here.
Yeah, it's very interesting. They're both just trying to feel out their opponent. And this is almost what we see from fighters that have had 5, 6, 7 fights. This level of composure and patience.
Yeah, just looking to move and sting.
Oh, nice timing on that takedown. Beautiful.
He knew what he wanted. He ducked in very, very well as Holmes came over top of him. He was all over the... And Holmes isn't doing the best thing when it comes to... Yeah, there was the step over the mount.
Yeah. You can see Holmes was just
He was
holding on to him.
way too flattened out there. Now Lukas is up top.
I wonder if he hit his head on the takedown. It just seemed a bit slow to fight off his back. The best time to fight off your back is straight away. When the other person hasn't stabilized the position, they haven't got their weight down. You want to fight that scramble straight away.
Yeah, hit the mat and just throw those hips right back in. And they're right back. They're right here in front of us, folks. And you can tell that the legs are entwined across there.
Yeah, beautiful top control by the Broadway MMA standout there, crossing his feet, controlling those hips, stopping the big bridge of Holmes.
Now, this is a good position for him to score some damage in, but he's just not being able to. And it's not even going to the body with that left hand as he could have. He's got a forearm across the face now. He might be able to open up some space, but that's how it ends.
Very close round, but I think you've got to give that to Lukas. I mean, it was very close on the feet, both guys landing, but got a big takedown, timed it really well. That was what was very impressive as well. Just
if you're scoring
underneath.
If you're scoring at home and you're thinking about how am I going to do this, because I don't exactly know what damage, aggression, and cage control is. Yeah, so he gets taken down. He kind of just settles there.
It's an outside trip as well. It's one of your favorites.
Yeah, it was a nice double, and then he stepped across for that outside one. It was brilliant. I just think look for those big moments. What were the big moments in that first round? Well, there was the kick caught and the left hand landed for Lukas, and then there's that big takedown there, and he's able to pass relatively easily into mount position. Conversely, there was not much that Charlie Holmes got going. Right? He knows he can keep him off of him. He's got kicks that are in the chamber. He needs to be throwing them. A nice teep to the face, maybe. I'm just saying. I'm not going to shout it out, but I'll write it on a card and hold it up.
This is good to see from the new team over in Broadway MMA. Very patient approach from their fighter.
Let's see if Lukas calms down a little bit, because the movement there was a lot. There wasn't any economy of movement. He was feinting, moving around. His head was dipping side to side, and that can lead to a strong head kick read there from Charlie Holmes. He's definitely still in it. And look, he steps right forward and gets Holmes backing up.
Holmes for a slightly lazy left now. That's more like it. It's a little bit more laboured, but been working hard for the last few minutes. Holmes using the jab. Oh, both guys looking for that classic southpaw down the pipe shot. High poke.
That'd be nice to see.
I don't think it was on purpose. It's one of the issues with these small gloves. These are actually slightly better gloves both fighters got. They have a natural curve to them, but
you can see that natural curve over the top of these 8-ounce gloves.
Yeah, you're often going to stick your hand out. You're trying to keep the distance, you know, stuff takedowns, whatever it is, and you don't always keep your fingers in. I don't know how you can.
Charlie Holmes is
ready
ready to go.
Out of the sport, really.
He's back. He's happy with it.
Yeah, a bit of a glancing blow, I think, more than anything.
Lukas doesn't want to touch hands. He wants to keep working, and he almost finds a jab there. I think both fellas are looking to land the left hand, but the jab hasn't really been a fixture in this fight quite yet.
Yeah. Do you feel like Lukas is settling in, but not quite finding his range with the combinations?
He's got a weird rhythm, does Lukas, because he's out of position every split second, but then he's right back in it. So Holmes again with the shot.
Nice work by Holmes.
Dug the underhook very well, lands some knees and breaks away. Maybe get a little bit of respect there from Lukas now.
Holmes' Thai boxing background, you can see that in the clinch. He's quite comfortable there.
The thing is, Lukas's head is coming forward. That's his little rock. He rocks his head forward, and I want to see if that'll be timed by Charlie Holmes now as we're getting more and more used to each other. They've been dancing now for over 4.5 minutes. And it's time. Ooh.
It's a change of pace in this fight, Steve. It's swinging back towards Holmes.
Lukas is slowing down. Look, he's not. He hadn't read that properly.
Yes, he's laboured on the shot. It's taking a lot of energy out of Holmes. Is fine and getting comfortable. He's got good variety to his strikes. That's what Lukas is missing. It's very simple, Lukas. It's a jab. It's a left high kick.
It's dipping the level for the double.
The thing is, if Lukas can finish this takedown, it'll probably get in the round.
Steal a round again for him. But I wonder if those knees from Charlie Holmes did a bit of damage, because Lukas has been laboured and slow ever since the first clinch happened.
And this is the difference in experience. You know, Lukas coming here for his debut. Charlie, you know, one fight, okay, it's not that much experience, but
fair amount of Thai boxing experience.
Fair amount of Thai boxing and other experience.
Good experience in the clinch position here, because he's allowing his head to be a bit higher than Lukas is here. And Lukas is working those knees, but his posture is broken. Hard for him to get a body lock, hard for him to do any damage in a clinching position.
Oh, nice turnout. Listening to his coaches as well. Beautiful work by Holmes.
Hands are a little lower than I'd like for Holmes.
Nice left hook. That one rocked him a little bit, I think. Lukas is reddened up on the right-hand side of his face.
Another shot, cross-face position here from Holmes. He's going to pull him up.
Fantastic job of stopping the takedown.
Now,
Lovely knee. This is what he wants. This is where he's having so much success.
And they're not huge knees, but they're just little sharp ones that just stab into the ribs and cause that wind to go right out of Lukas.
I feel like you could easily have this around a piece.
I certainly hope so, because the damage seems now. He's selling it quite well as Lukas, but there's definitely some shots to the ribs there did a bit of damage, and he was able to, and Holmes stuffed every single takedown there, every single one.
Yeah, and Holmes is looking, I'd say, the much fresher of the two.
And he's on the front foot now. He's coming forward. Watch Lukas to come out again. But here, there's a shot, and there's the nice turn we're about to see. Good wrist control here from Lukas. He's using that to kind of turn away, but there you go. Nice little turn there, out of position.
This is where Charlie Holmes is finding that clinch, and that's what's really working for him now. He's stuffing those takedowns, landing a couple of knees, making him pay, and then maybe having a slight success, or more successful in the striking exchanges. It's very close though. This is sometimes I'm glad I'm not a judge, Steve. I'm often glad I'm not a judge.
Always glad. You just gotta see your part, don't you? But this is it. And Holmes has been fairly sportsmanlike. He's been trying to touch gloves. But all that's out the window now. Lukas has no dice that, no sold it. Wants to shake hands. No. Oh, there you go. Give a big cut off. That's not necessary, but
that was
okay.
awkward. But all right, here we go. Holmes, the favourite, coming into the third round. It is everything to play for.
I'd like to see Holmes go to the body with that left hand. He's got a nice straight shot. It comes out like a piston. It'd be nice to see if he can sit that into the right rib cage of Lukas.
Yeah, Lukas is so predictable now. It's like nothing's got anything.
You see him rocking forward, and every time he rocks forward, he's heavy on that lead leg. And you can have some kicks there. You could have the teep position there. I mean, Charlie Holmes will look at this and think about all the things he could have thrown or should have thrown. And there's another big body lock here, and he's got the arm. Oh, he's got the arm over top.
I'm surprised he couldn't finish his takedown. Excellent work by Charlie Holmes not to get taken down.
He's just such a big man, is Charlie Holmes. Tall, strong, a lot of leverage there. And now he's got an overhook position. He can put a bit of pressure on the shoulder of Lukas and cause him to readjust.
He did well in the last round, just yanking on this overhook to separate, and that's what he's looking for again.
Feeds in his own underhook.
Digging that underhook. If Lukas can hold him here and do this for the next 2 minutes, there's a good chance he takes this fight.
I don't think he can. He's going to get turned quickly here.
Oh, Holmes threw a wild left hand on the break.
He's been doing that a little bit. That's the one thing that I don't like about Holmes, is these wild left hands and the left hand being quite low.
I'm surprised not going kicks a little bit more. Maybe a high kick would catch Lukas guessing. Just good job. Look at that sprawl. Lovely sprawl.
Good head position. No attempt for the guillotine or anything from Holmes. You see where his game is at the moment.
I think Holmes is having the better of the striking exchanges, but this is a lot of knees and a lot of control time for Lukas.
He's a left hand again. He's gone to that so many times. Again, just mixing it up, dropping the level on the shots. Again, another shot here, another failure. Good strong position. Charlie Holmes. Both fighters breathing heavy as we come into the last minute of this fight.
Holmes has got to be active. He wants to take this round and this fight really.
Goes to the body there.
Lukas
needs to get his head outside there. Now he's got his hands together, it looks like. This could be it. This could be that statement. There you go. Gets the takedown there on Charlie Holmes. Now he really needs to do some damage. He needs to put it emphatically here, because you can.
I think it's fair. He was placing his head more than headbutting.
Well, there we go. Lukas raining down some punches. He's got the knee up over the shoulder of Holmes. There's a loss of the gum shield. Trying to put it back in is Paul Nichols.
10 seconds left in the fight. This is a statement for Lukas, finishing on top. I mean, I wasn't rain to round 3. It wasn't really his round Lots of very slow, desperate-looking takedowns.
Getting told off by the ref there.
End of the fight. Paul Nicholls not happy with how that ended. A little bit after the buzzer, but this adrenaline.
It's hard.
There's noise, the crowd are shouting.
He was firing him in with speed, that's for sure, was Lukas Kamarauskas, whose name we're probably going to have to learn now, because that I've had it explained to me before by the judges that if you are in a finishing position, if it's arguable that the fight could have been finished at a particular point in the fight, especially towards the end of the round, that you could be looking at a 10-8 round.
Yeah.
That would leave no doubt. I'll be interested to hear the score.
I think Luke is in my score sheet, which is nowhere near as accurate as the judges and
Completely
means nothing,
biased.
and completely biased. I do have, actually, you know, if you talk about bias, if you said, Chris, of those two fighters, who do you want to see again? I would currently say Charlie Holmes. I preferred his stuffing, his aggression, his variety. But if you say, Chris, who won that fight? I'd say Lukas, the first round, the last round, he got takedowns, got on top and did damage.
This last little highlight that we're looking at, getting the hands together, the head to the outside, that's why I said just before that the head needs to come to the outside to be able to finish those takedowns, those leg shot takedowns. You cannot have your head buried in the stomach of your opponent, having all that pressure on your neck and your upper back and look to finish. It's just not going to be possible.
And all three judges have it, and the unanimous decision for the fighter in the blue corner, Lukas Kamarauskas, Charlie Holmes.
I could see how Charlie Holmes is frustrated with that, but I think he's going to watch that back. If you score that round by round, I had it 2-1 to Lukas. You know, it's not just that he got the takedown the last round, but he did do damage with it. Those last 10 seconds, thunderous ground and pound.
All right, we'll give you Steve's threes right now. Steve's threes in terms of improvement from both fighters. So let's start with your man, Charlie Holmes, runner-up tonight. Start mixing it up, coming to the body more often to set up those shots at the top. Look at that lovely Cowboy Cerrone combination that he finished Jake Story with. The other thing is, we're getting a comment from the referee.
Referee Paul Nicholls.
Other thing, stuff the head. Make sure that you have your hips a little bit further back. Start showing some uppercuts if you know a guy is going to be looking to shoot in. Head position against the cage. There you go. There's your threes there. As for Lukas Kamarauskas, start firing your punches forward.
Chris Simpson here with you, winner Lukas.
And look for more.
You look like you were comfortable in there. You were going for the takedowns. And as soon as you got to the floor, it looked like he didn't really have any answer for you, and he wasn't able to get back up. Was that the game plan coming in here, just getting in his face and shooting takedown after takedown?
Yeah, exactly. I said if the takedown there, I will take it. I train with very good wrestlers. Jake Moore, very good. He has taught me a lesson about wrestling. I can take people down.
Your cardio must be unbelievable to be able to shoot that many takedowns, and even in the third round, keep grinding for the takedowns, and then eventually is conditioning something that you work on a lot.
Yeah, that's one of my biggest things I try to work off. It still needs to get up there, but I'm trying. And listen, next time it will be 10 times better.
And it looked like your corner was constantly talking to you there, constantly talking you through. How much do you owe to your team and your gym for your success in there today?
Oh man, it's a big help from them. They both know so much what they're doing. They help me. I was listening to them every second. I try to listen to everything.
Yeah. And when are you looking at getting back in the cage?
As soon as possible. I'll fight tomorrow if there's a fight for me. I don't care.
Well, great performance, Lukas. Thank you very much for that, buddy.
Thank you.
You take care. Cheers, guys. Thank you.